All right, and we're rolling. Today is the week's news on political views from the short side. I'm your host, Austin Vickner. Unfortunately, the co-host Bryson Notkin was not able to come to this episode. He had some issues, some things happened. I don't want to get into it, but this is the week report for the August 9th through the 15th. Let's first address the big thing this week. Caroline Levitt, the press secretary under Donald Trump, has officially resigned. Let me actually look something up real quick for y'all. Um, how, how many terms had two multiple press secretaries? Established a position history turnover after. Okay, never mind. I was like, this doesn't usually happen. Press secretaries don't usually resign. The only last time it happened was Obama, and now we're, yeah, but never mind. I thought that was something different anyway. So what we're gonna do today is we're gonna talk about how that just affects everything in the mainstream of things, right? She gave up her job for her kids, which is honorable, right? We should all take a little bit of admiration for that, right? Because it takes a special something to give up your career for your kids. Now, I'm sure she's going to go back into politics when she raises her kids a little bit more, right? And then they're a little bit more mature and they're able, they don't need mom and all of that every single second, right? It's sad to see because she was a really good press secretary in my opinion. She was probably not the best, but she was a good one, a really good one. But I don't want to drag on that for too long. Let's get to the next topic, which is Trump asking the Supreme Court to allow his White House ballroom's construction after the federal circuit court denied him and told him that he has to get congressional approval. Right? It's terrible because the dude has had 5 assassination attempts. He had the first main one where he got shot in the ear. Then a couple months later, he had a guy that had a gun at his golf course. Another attempted assassination. Then they had the White House Correspondents' Center, UFC event. They had a big bombing conspiracy that the FBI shut down. Then, just the other day, they stinking had a guy with a bunch of guns at a resort that Trump was about to go to. That's all. The last one, it's alleged. We don't know what the whole thing was. Apparently, the dude's trying to say that he was trying to protect President Trump. I don't think so, but um, it's crazy because they just want it's like they want him to die. They want the president of the United States to die at this point because he needs somewhere to hold these events. Look at the White House Correspondents' Center. It got shot up. That's not supposed to happen. Now, the White House, the most safely guarded place. Has there ever been a shooting at the White House? I don't know. Let me look that. Has there ever been a shooting at the White House? Yes, there's been outside checkpoint shootout. Didn't even know about this. Didn't even know about this. This is like it doesn't. Uh, I don't know if this would count as an attempt on his life, but May 23rd, 2026, there was a 21-year-old gunman named Nasir Bess who approached a U.S. Secret Service agent checkpoint outside the complex and pulled a revolver and opened fire on the security booth. Oh my gosh, dude. And then, May 4th, 2026, they had a monument shooting just weeks prior to the gym. Men fired at officers near Washington Monument, located at the grounds of the South White House. Secret Service officers shot and arrested suspect Michael Marks. Okay, that's not a White House shooting, in my opinion, but then the next one was in 2011, then 1994, then 1950. Okay, so the White House is way more secure. None of these guys, did any of them actually get into the White House? Parked his car and fired multiple rounds of semi-automatic directly at the White House. At least 7 bullets struck the upper floors of the building. President Obama was not home at the time, and no one was injured. The shooter was later sentenced. Okay, see, this is different. 2011, I mean, Obama wasn't even there, so it couldn't have been targeted Obama. I mean, everyone would know he's not there. 1994 front lawn shooting, pulled a semi out of Manor's code and fired 21 assassination President Bill Clinton. 1950. Nationalists attempted to assassinate him by showing the. Okay, so there has never been one where they entered the White House. They have never entered the White House property. I believe they didn't go into much detail in that little summary. So we put somewhere in the White House where bad guys can't go. No one can shoot Trump. It's gonna have to be a congressman, like a White House correspondent that can shoot him. Then I mean, they're literally he's been shot at. He's been attempted to get killed 5 times. It's just crazy to me. What president has the most assassination attempts? Has the most? What president has the most assassination attempts in history? Donald Trump. It's now Donald Trump. Gerald Ford. Okay. Yeah. Donald Trump and then Gerald Ford. And this one is only accounting the two. The two. The two. He has had 5 assassination attempts. He is the. And then the federal court's like, no, 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 no. You can't build a ballroom. And by the way, it would have been privately funded, but because a bunch of legal battles took place, it has to go under taxpayer now, and it's gonna pass the House. It would pass Congress easy. I mean, we're the majority. Would easily pass. No one. I don't understand why it wouldn't pass. So it would easily pass, right? So all you did in this federal court is just make the taxpayers have to pay for a ballroom. It's ridiculous. It is genuinely insane. That judge should be arrested and he should lose his legal license. It is disgusting to me. Disgusting, right? It's crazy how they think they can just do that stuff and just no consequences. Let's just limit the power of the president, make him feel like he's going to have to read in an entire law book before he says a word. It's mind boggling to me because no president has to do this. Obama freaking put a bowling alley in the White House. That's way different than putting a ballroom. There should have been a ballroom in the White House anyway. Why isn't there a ballroom? It's the freaking White House, dude. Uh, it's just ridiculous. It's very ridiculous, and it's sad that it came to this point in our country. It's crazy to me. But no, we've slowly reached a point in our country where we're going to allow President Trump to just get killed because we don't agree with him. And that's disgusting me, how much people agree with this. And even like, go look at your local TikTok comment section on a video about Trump assassination. I saw a video and it was like one of those ranters, and she was like, why hasn't anyone tried to kill Trump again? Like, come on. And when they do, it always fails. And then the comments are just like, "Don't worry, girlie, I'm gonna stop him." And it's like a girl with a bow and arrow. That's illegal. You just committed a felony. Eh, to be completely honest, I went to FBI.com and I freaking reported that video to the FBI. Nuh-uh. And I hope she gets raided, and I hope she gets arrested, and I hope she gets a felony charge and goes to prison for 50 years. Because you're a disgusting human being. Vile human being. I mean, there's this one picture that perfectly sums up American politics currently. There's an episode, not an episode, there's a TikTok talking about how Biden has cancer, right? First comment, as a Trump supporter, I hope he gets better. Next comment, how can this transfer to Trump? It's a ridiculous state our country's in, where we're going to allow political part in, like Charlie Kirk. I mean, I don't want to harp too much on Charlie Kirk because I will be doing a special episode on September 10th, but man, I might even, I'm about to cry, dude. Lord, it's I'm gonna have a whole speech planned out, and if I start talking, it's gonna be part of that speech, and I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna be here for an hour talking about it, but it's disgusting what happened to Charlie, and then it's even more disgusting. It's actually more disgusting than what happened to Charlie about what people are talking about and the images. Oh, it's not even like Kirkification anymore. Now it's literally just pictures of him getting shot. Have you no remorse that your political party just shot and killed a man in front of his two children? You're disgusting. You don't deserve to live on this earth. You are a literal waste of human cells. You are a waste of air. And this is coming from the guy who gets called a Nazi, and I get told to kill myself 30 times a day on TikTok. It's gross. It seriously is gross. Lord. Anyway, let's get back to it. So with this ballroom, right, you begin to wrap around the idea that the president will be safe, right? I mean, first of all, let's try to understand what happens every single time the president has to do a social event. Don't say you don't want the president to do social events. Someone's going to say that, right? I can already imagine it. The president has to do social events. Highways get shut down, right? Highways get shut down. Is there is there polls and I mean tolls and is there tolls in Washington? Washington D.C. proper? No, there's no tolls. However, so up to $40 to get into Washington D.C. Right? When you have one of these social events, you have to shut down highways, you have to shut down roads, you have to clear like 30 blocks of around the area, 30 block perimeter around the area, right? And that costs the city money. That's money that now the taxpayers are gonna have to pay, not the tourists. And with the East Wing, I mean, do anyone know? Does anyone even know what the East Wing does? The East Wing houses the First Lady and her staff. The East Wing does actually That's literally almost everything the East Wing has. East Wing of the White House. Let me tell you what the East Wing does. Right? What happens in the East Wing? Let me just look up the entire list of what's in the East Wing. Right? What's in the East Wing? Okay, the First Lady's office, the Executive Theater, the East Colonnade, a glassed walled walkway that served as public tour entrance, and the Jacqueline Kennedy Garden. So a garden, a theater, and the First Lady's office, right? And then a cool walkway for tourists. You're saying, let me get up to the camera. Let me get up to the camera when I say this, right? Right. Let me get up to the camera. Are you seriously telling me that you would rather the First Lady, a garden, and a cool walkway for tourists in a theater over the safety of the President of the United States? Like, and even like Democrats who hate Trump and want him to die, you forget the new ballroom isn't just going away whenever Trump's out of office. It's just gonna go for the next president. So guess what? Let's say right. People have been saying if Trump runs for the third term, Obama's gonna have to run too, right? Let's say Obama gets back in your beautiful little Obama. Let's say he gets back into office. You want him to build East Wing and spend your taxpayer dollars? So that his statistics are all messed up and he looks like a bad president? Do you want that? Oh, you don't want that. Do you not want him to be safe? Oh, you do want Obama to be safe? Oh, oh, but you didn't think about that. You didn't think about the next Democrat president. No, you just thought about how much you hate Trump and want him to die. Grr. It's stupid and ridiculous. Um, other than that, that's going to be it for birth. I mean, the White House ballroom construction. Let's see here. I have one more topic, but we're gonna do 10 minutes here of scrolling through Google News, and we're gonna Fox News. I mean, we're gonna scroll through some Fox News and see what's happening right now. President Trump makes major move against longtime New York foe. Trump backs Republican challenger to oust Letitia James amid ongoing mortgage fraud conspiracy. New York Attorney General Trump back challenger. Okay. Nothing there. Irene seizes vast and entire access. Other than that, let me you know what? Let's take this little bit of time to talk about what I've been doing this week, right? A couple of nights ago I signed up for Phone for Fishback. Go do it, guys. If you support James Fishback, go on your Google, type in phone for fishback.com, right? Fill out the form, then download the app at the end, right? And then join the group, go to your email, get that link, and then start calling people. Start calling Floridians. I'm from Louisiana. I'm living in Louisiana, and I still call. That's how much I support James Fishback. He's going to be a better governor than Florida's ever seen. I think he's a better governor than any other state has, in my opinion. I think that he's going to be the best governor of any other state. he has really, really good ideas. It really just depends how he's going to implement them, but I think he's going to do a good job, right? But that's just my opinion on him. Um, I'm actually, let me see what I am right now. I am currently number 10 ranking. I was just number 3, but I stopped calling to film these episodes. Um, I have 604 calls just today. Yesterday I had 200. So I've called 800 people in total. No, it's more like 1,200 because I didn't count it right. Because, yeah, more like 1,200 people. Like, go do we, dude. And also, let me give you some more motivation, right? Let me see here. So, for I'm pulling it up in my the text message, the group chat. What you get at each reward level, because they have rewards. He will send you free stuff for certain call numbers. For Let me pull it up for y'all. Here it is. 670 calls, you get a signed campaign poster. 1,670 calls, you get a signed fishback shirt. 2,670 calls, you get a signed fishback hat. 3,670, you get an exclusive fishback quarter zip. And 6,700, you get 2 victory night galas. Pretty good. Pretty good. For 500 calls, you get 1 ticket to the victory night party in Tampa. Let me see here. Where is the gala? At where's all the information on the gala? I know there it's up here a little bit more, but phone bank rewards through August 18. More errors. Trying to find it. Okay. To those who make 6,700 calls will get 2 nights, 2 tickets to the Victory Night Gala on August 18th. Ooh, James Fishback just texted the group. Wow. We have total 23,500 calls today. Pretty good. I'm going to get back to calling soon. So let's wrap up this episode. I'm going to wrap up this episode. That's all I've been doing this week. So let's get to birthright citizenship, right? Currently, that is pretty big to me, right? Let me lock in here. Does anybody who's against eliminating birthright citizenship know what birthright citizenship was added to the Constitution for? No, no, you don't. I was guessing we're gonna say that. It was because when we freed the slaves, right? I don't know if it was Abraham Lincoln who said it, but who did it? But when we freed the slaves, right? I'm gonna go Abraham Lincoln here. We were concerned. Abraham Lincoln was concerned. Maybe they're like, hey, your parents are citizens, but you, no, 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 you're not a citizen, and kicks them out the country just because they don't like that their farming equipment just became citizens and voters and are equal to them. So, oh wait, no, 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 no. But it's a part of the Constitution. Why have we began this thing where we're like the Constitution is this thing that is the great, like everything in there has to stay. It's timeless. Right? I got the Constitution up there just so y'all know I have the Constitution. It's right there, right? Constitution right there. me tell you something. The Constitution was made with the idea that as time goes on, you can amend it to fit the time, not keep it as it is forever and ever. That's what Congress can do. They just passed a bill saying that they can end birthright citizenship, and boom. Um, Other than that, that's pretty much all for today. Thank you very much. It was a shorter episode, but um, other than that, let me just quickly tell you where to go to support us. Make sure you check out the link tree. That link tree is linktr.ee/AUSTIN underscore VICKNAIR. Check out our GoFundMe to to help us out. We are donate to political views from the short side on GoFundMe. That link is also in the link tree. Um, yeah, that's about it for this episode, guys. Um, yeah, Floridians, make sure you go vote James Fishback this weekend. Early voters. Other than that, goodbye.